I'm an actor.
Hello.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
I know. Yay.
Yay. Wait, does your shirt say Hagrid's Farm? I need that shirt.
I posted it on my Instagram stories.
Okay, I missed it. I need that shirt.
I don't know if it's still there. I'll send you the link.
Okay,
I got 4 like holiday like seasonal spooky shirts and on Amazon, and like this was one of those designs. And then like the pink one with the Halloween, and there's like 2 other ones I got. There's 3 that lean more Halloween. This one leans more fall, but this one also came in orange, but I liked the gray.
I like gray.
The pumpkins. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Harry Potter fan.
Samesies. Samesies. All right. Well, we are on episode 7 of Project Runway, folks.
I know.
Let us know. Bethany and I were. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, let us know where you're tuning in from, and please comment with your thoughts, questions, insights, opinions, and feedback on this week's episode 7. It says that we're having trouble streaming to Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
Delete on Facebook. Nobody cares.
Sorry, Facebook friends.
Sorry, Facebook.
Bethany and I were texting earlier today, and we both agreed that we enjoyed this episode quite a bit more than we thought we would in regards to output of designs.
I would say this episode was more enjoyable for me to watch start to finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
We saw more of the design and construction. We saw more of the garments. I think now that we're getting to like fewer designers, we're getting more time with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been helping, considering the length of the show is so short. So yeah. Are you guys ready to dive in?
We are. Yep. And
Marilyn said it surprised her too. Yeah.
When they teased this episode up, I was like, oh Lordy, what are we in for? But I was very pleasantly surprised, I have to say.
Well, and I'm from Nashville, born and raised, live in Nashville. Like, I feel like I was really worried it was gonna lean into like the cheesy side of country music.
Yeah.
And not a classy side of country music, and just be very stereotype. And some of it was, but
it was well done. Well, and I grew up in North Texas,
classy and well done, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, so I was interested to see what they came up with, and I was not disappointed. I mean, there were some that I wasn't sure about, but I wasn't disappointed.
There was definitely some questionable ones, and we'll get to those. All right. Oh, obviously we have our lovely host Heidi and our mentor Christian. Once again, Nina is MIA.
I'm missing her deeply.
I am too. Like, how can she, like, if she comes back at this point, how can she, towards the end, when they think about the collection of not just what you just sent down the runway, but if it's between 2 designers who both sent down garbage, and they have to look at like everything they've done up until that point to make their decision, how can you have an opinion if you haven't been around for it?
True.
It's just my opinion. Anyways, I'd love to know why she hasn't been as present on this season, especially when it's not as many episodes and it's short. So
yeah. Audrey says, I still don't like that they don't let us know who's out until the next episode. Yes, absolutely. Could not agree more.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing it's going to be like that till the end. And honestly, I'm kind of curious how they're going to do the finale. Yeah. Like, I think everything's so different this season compared to all previous seasons. Anything can go, and I'm a little worried about how that finale is going to play out.
Yeah, same.
All right, so guest judge number 1 was Mickey Guyton. Have you ever heard of her?
I have not.
Okay.
But I have to admit, my country music days I am not in my country music era. I was in my country music era when I was growing up in Texas. So I'm out of it quite a bit.
I'm not a big country music person either. I don't really listen to it much at all, but I would say she leans country, but not too country, and her voice is stunning. She's not that well known, but she is so talented. And it's funny, I have 2 of her songs saved in like my favorites on Spotify that every time they come on, I belt them as loud as I possibly can. I try to keep up with her. She is so talented, and her songs like aren't stereotypical pop country music. They're story, but they are just so rich in sound. Like if you haven't listened to her music, you should at least go entertain it because it might surprise you. Our other guest judge.
Yes. I was not. Janet just said Zach was back, and I was not sad about Zach Posen being back.
Why can't he just stay for the whole thing?
I love Zach Posen.
I like how he doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
He's very matter of fact, but it's said with such precision that you can't argue his point because you just know he's right. Like you're like, yep, that makes sense. Yep, that sounds good. Like you just like he's just so matter of fact. But like he's nice about it. I mean, how could you not smile at a guy wearing a bandana shirt?
Sure. Absolutely.
His outfit choice was a little questionable in my opinion, but that's okay. It's Zach Posen. All right. So last episode, we found out that Bolaño was in and won the last challenge with the streetwear challenge. And our bottom 2 were Yuchin and Joan. And I was really nervous about the beginning of this episode because I had a feeling I knew who might go home.
Yeah. I think we all knew who was going to go home, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think if Yuchin hadn't had so many wins before, like I probably wouldn't have known. It would have been really up in the air. But the fact that this is the first time that he sent something on the runway that they really were like, what? But everything else they've loved, even if he didn't win he was always like in the top. And Jones had some challenging couple of weeks. So I wasn't surprised by the outcome. So if you don't know, you're about to find out who is out. That was announced at the beginning of this episode, and that was Joan.
And this is, again, the power of editing. I loved all the sincerely heartfelt comments from all of her fellow designers. But
Wasn't that amazing?
You didn't get to see that interaction. It was like they edited out all those really beautiful interactions amongst them. So everyone was like heartbroken. Joan went home because everyone loved her. They were crying because they all loved her so much.
She was consoling them, and she's the one leaving,
going home. So I think this, again, the power of editing is you're not really seeing the whole story, which is why I just make it an hour and a half and let us see everything, please.
Well, and they were all referring to her as like Mama Joan, and being the one that like kind of took everybody under their wing and encouraged them, and just was this like, I don't know, cloud of positivity that she just had about her that she just like spread across the workroom. And I don't know. I think she tried to understand them and meet them where they were at. And in turn, they wanted to love on her. And I think that was what was so hard, is like no one in the whole challenge this whole time had anything negative to say about Joan, had any beef with Joan, tried to start drama with Joan, like nobody. And that just says a lot about who she is as a person and how she connected with each and every one of them. And I liked what she said when she was like found out she was going to be out. She she had a smile on her face. She held her head high, and she said, I'm the oldest designer here. I'm 60. She said, but I'm fabulous. And I loved that she said that. And I love that Law was like, yeah. And you are going to go on and do fabulous things. Like, it was just like, and then he was like, you better work it. As she walked out, she did. It was such a classy way to like, it was so Joan. I mean, it was it just says a lot about her maturity.
So Joan's out. So our challenge this week, which we all know.
Well, and this is who's left real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Ethan. No, you're fine. I forget what order these are in too. Ethan, VJ, Jesus, Yuchin, Belania, and Antonio are six left designers. And Audrey, Audrey had a great comment. She said, I don't really think we saw Joan's talent. And I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with you. I know, I agree. And I don't know what happened to my picture, but I had a photo right here in this spot of Christian on the horse.
Christian on the horse.
That, like, they literally brought in a real horse to set and put tiny Christian on this massive horse. And I just thought that was so funny. But it's a Western chic challenge. Western chic. Yep. And $500 mood budget. Another one day challenge.
They gave them sunrise to sunset.
Yep.
And I'm just like, when did you shoot this? Because depending on the time of year, that might not be a very long time. They got to stop these these one day challenges are going to like,
if it's one day challenges till the very end, even the finale,
that's brutal.
We're boycotting. We're not doing this again.
It really is brutal. Cause like, it's so, we know as creatives, to create on the spot is challenging enough.
Yeah.
To create on the spot back to back, and then to create on the spot and churn out what you want the quality that you want to make within one day, back to back to back to back. Like, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. I can't imagine what they were feeling.
No. Well, and it's like, okay, if you think of we're on episode 7. This is the 7th challenge, and they've all been one day challenges. Really? And they've had, let's just give them grace and say it's been 2 days, like from design, like getting your challenge to designing and shopping to actually like creating it to Runway. Let's say that 2 days transpires. Okay. That means that they've shot 7 challenges in 14 days, 2 weeks. They've made all of these garments and challenges in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they literally do that. They literally are like, we have the studio space for a month. You got to get it all in like this amount of time. And it's just wild to me.
It feels,
and we don't realize that because it spreads it out over like months for us. Right.
I just don't think it does their creativity any justice.
No. Marilyn, the horse was hilarious. I'm so disappointed. I don't know why this picture just didn't show up when I shared it here, but it's on my Canva. VJ mentioned how tired they were too. Yeah, I agree.
They've got to be exhausted. All right, who do we got?
So first one that came down the runway was Jesus.
So for those, I'm sure you've all seen it. If you haven't, he tried to interface his leather fabric, which didn't go well. But that happy accident of burning his fabric actually turned into a pretty magical moment. And like, this was stunning. It truly is, in my opinion, to the challenge. Like, if you're talking about modern Western, I thought this was beautiful.
I'm going to be devil's advocate and say I didn't like it.
That's totally, totally fine. I just thought
it's giving
on the nose, which I appreciated.
I don't think it was. It's giving like hippie vibes with the jacket and like tortilla.
Oh, see, I don't know. I thought it was
makes
beautiful.
Me want a burrito.
That jacket situation.
I like the jacket.
Yeah. I didn't hate it because it wasn't so like Western, like right.
I like the jacket. It just doesn't scream so Western to me. Except for the fringe, it kind of looked more like seashells to me.
I could see that. Yeah.
So it kind of was giving like beachy burrito. I
did not get beachy burrito, but it's totally fine.
Have you seen those burrito blankets?
Yes.
Like the really big blankets. Does it kind of not look like it now that I say it? You can't unsee it. I'm sorry if I ruined this outfit for you.
No, I refuse to let you ruin it for me because I actually very much enjoyed it. Okay, next one.
Next.
Hi.
Melania, where are my photos?
Oh, don't worry about it. Seriously, take my money.
Okay. I know.
Just seriously take my money. Like Melania, in my opinion, like she's my horse to win this whole thing. I loved the shirt underneath. Of course, I love the collar situation, but I love this Western feel with this like young modern spin on it.
I know. It was so good.
I texted you. I was mid workout watching this and I texted you. I was like, take my money.
Yeah, no. And I was actually surprised that she was the only one that used denim and suede.
Yeah, but she did it in a really, really nice way.
She did. Now, Christian did call her out and say, doesn't this kind of give the same feeling as to what you just did the last episode or the last challenge and won? And she's like, I'm going to make it feel different. And she did, but there are similarities. But she did.
I think she's found her style. And yes, Audrey, I completely agree. Bellani has wearable pieces for us regular people. Like, I think back to the stuff she's done, and I'm like, I would wear that. Yeah. I would wear that. I would wear that. I would wear that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like anybody could wear this.
But I love like
type,
the skirt.
Anybody,
yeah, the skirt with the shirt coming out the bottom that has tails. I loved it.
Yep. Ethan, hold on. I see. There's the photo.
I'll just show that then.
Well, that looks bad. Let me see if I can present again and see if it fixes itself. Well, fiddlesticks. Let me refresh my Canva.
Fiddlesticks. Well,
fiddlesticks. I mean, when I spend that much time on creating it, I want you guys to see the pictures. Okay. There we go. There's Blanc.
There we go. Okay.
Because that's a better close-up of like the skirt and the jacket. And I think for those
and even the shirt had a little see-through situation up top.
I didn't even notice that until I took this photo.
Yeah, that see-through situation, how it was on the front and the back. Like, oh, so good.
Yeah. Like this little peekaboo right here. But like it's those little details that make her stand out. But it's those little details that in a short glimpse that we get are hard to spot. Because we don't really get to see all of that.
A one-day challenge. Yeah. She did all this in one day.
Yeah. Stunning.
I wouldn't even be able to cut that fabric out in a day.
No, I'm still working on the same like quilt blocks.
Yeah.
Ethan went snake leather vibes. And I don't think this gives Western chic at all. No. In my opinion, he's got stilettos with it. You put a hat on her.
Drag queen gone Western, which isn't too far off brand.
Well, and the cut of the bust of the top is way off.
Well, but did you hear what he said? He's like, I'm used to working with fake boobs, not real boobs that move.
Okay, but like, okay. I don't know.
I made you speechless.
It's just I struggle to find any positives in this.
I do. Unfortunately, I do as well. They did,
and this was their number 4.
Yeah, they did say maybe the tie is being a different color.
I think they were reaching too. I think they were reaching too.
I agree.
It was pretty rough. I did kind of like the earrings, and that was it. That's just me. I did not like that he added that leather from the dress to the hat. It looked like he just stuck that on with like Elmer's glue. Anyways, this was not a win in my opinion, or Western. Antonio,
this is great.
This was great. And I grabbed this screenshot strategically because it was hard to tell and they only showed it for a split second, but that is a belt as a top. And I don't know what it is about this man with the tiny tops. It works in this case, but it's like
apparently
I would
it was
wear the jacket and the skirt, but I could never wear that top.
He said it was black and he wrapped it.
Yeah, so he wrapped all of the buckle.
Mm-hmm.
He wrapped the buckle, which was black, and he wrapped that in leather to match all of this. But it's like, okay, that's cool. But again, this kind of goes back to this is Western chic. Yeah, I could see somebody wearing this, in a music video or on a runway or a red carpet for a special event here in Nashville or something. But
yeah, like
this is like people would want to buy that jacket. Or even the skirt. I think most people would pair it with a different shirt.
Yeah,
that's not a shirt.
I think both the brothers, in my opinion, did very, very well this episode.
Yeah. This was actually truly one of my favorites though. Like the overall look, I think the styling, the braids with the feathers, like he definitely he leaned into it. I think he chose his model well.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gives that like Western kind of vibe. Like I just everything about this I liked. When we were talking about like Bellania making things that are on brief but also feel wearable and relatable, that's something that nobody else is really doing. And so when you think of it that way, like this is super cute but not 100% relatable to like an everyday wear kind of thing.
But it's perfect music video or video music or video music video award or exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, BJ.
I don't know what to say to this. I liked that it wasn't a whole dress like Tina Turner style. But I didn't get the tan and the black and the boots and the hat and the shoulder pads. And it's this was a pretty big miss for her, in my opinion.
I don't think she understands what Western chic is. I mean, she's from the Philippines, so like I just don't think she understands the definition of that. And I say that because, well, I just don't think she gets it. And like I don't understand where the red plastic came from.
Yeah, she was using a vinyl. She didn't want to use leather. Yeah.
Is that a dress underneath? Or is it like a bodysuit?
No, I think she attached that to a dress she made, from what I could tell in construction.
So she made the black and tan dress and then just attached all the red to it?
Or that's actually part of the dress construction. Again, they don't show a ton to know for sure.
They don't. I mean, if it had just been all black and red, but the tan confuses me. But they liked that, and I didn't understand it.
Yeah. Audrey's right. She was just trying to be different, and it failed.
Yeah, you sometimes going too far is missing the brief. This one, the reason why I showed the back photo is because it literally looks the same front and back.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and let's give a little bit of props. She hand cut every single one of those pieces of fringe.
Oh, I know.
Now, was it worth it? No. But that's a lot of work.
She does do a lot of detail.
Yeah.
And she does that well. And if it wasn't a Western theme, this wouldn't have been so bad. It's just the theme of it didn't hit. You ever seen the scary movie Carrie?
Yeah.
The blood. Like that's it's kind
like
of
she had a bad night at prom. Yeah.
Yeah, bad prom.
bad night at prom.
And last, but definitely not least. Woo! I would love to know everybody's thoughts on this one in the comments, please. If you are looking at this, whether it's the first time or you watched this episode, I want to know what your initial thought was when you saw this come out on the runway, because nobody got a sneak peek at this until it came out on the runway. We had no idea what he was doing.
I loved how he was like making the dress, and Christian was like, no, it's not what you need to be doing. And he like added these. Like,
well, Christian didn't even see these. Like when he was draping the dress, these horns weren't even attached.
No. You want to know what it reminds me of? Does anyone watch American Horror Story?
No.
There was a whole season where there was like this creature that kind of had these like horns like this in American Horror Story, and that's what I'm getting.
It's kind of like giving, like, remember when Madonna had the
Marilyn says.
Madonna boobs? Yeah, it's
yeah. And that's the
I could see Miley Cyrus wearing this.
It's the boots with the fringe. It's the high cut skirt. It's the hat. It's the boots. It's
jewelry. It's the It was all kinds of wrong.
It's all kinds of wrong. So who's top and bottom? I think we already know.
Well, did you remember in this part when Christian was talking to Yuchen, and he's like, "Do you even understand what Western chic is? Like, are you trying to like go like glam, like Western glam, like Dolly Parton?" And he's like, "Who's Dolly Parton?"
I know, I caught that. I'm like, she is a national treasure. How dare you?
Sometimes I feel like they need to give them like
more info. Like
more info, especially if they're going to have people from other countries coming in from other cultures who are not going to know what Western chic is, right? Like, you can't blame Yuchen and VJ for not knowing what that is, because that's not a part of their culture.
Yeah, they need almost a more fully detailed creative brief.
Or just skip very niche things like this. Like, we could have lived without this. But anyways, the top 3 looks were Antonio, Jesus, and Bellania.
Which I think we agree with, other than you on Jesus. But I think if you did choose, you would put Jesus in the top 3.
I'd still put Jesus in the top 3. I was actually kind of surprised they did a top 3, because last week they only did a top 2 and a bottom 2. So I kind of thought we were going, and then they changed it again. Marilyn says, I give the model credit for rocking this look, whatever that might have been. Yeah, with the pointy. Yeah, she sold it. I will say that.
Oh, she absolutely did. Yeah.
She did her job. Gosh, that's crazy. But anyways, I kind of thought Bellania and Antonio were my top 2 out of the 3.
I thought Bellania was going to win it, honestly. But any one of these 3, I actually would have been okay with.
Yeah. And our winner was Jesus, which shocked me.
Yeah.
Because I thought Antonio and Bellania's was better. And I thought it was very interesting that Antonio, who is known for being the country Western apparel out of the twins, even Jesus was like, this is his challenge. He's going to win this, like his whole closet is like hats and boots and all fringe and all this stuff. Like, this is his challenge to win. And he hasn't won a challenge yet. And when his brother won, you could just see the disappointment in Antonio's face. And it was just so sad, because it's like he wants to be happy for his brother, but at the same time, he felt like he got robbed by his own brother. Yeah. So I think it would have stung less if Bellania had won and not his twin brother. But Jesus won it. And our bottom 3 are the other 3, since there's only 6, Yuchen, Ethan, and VJ. And one thing that they did do before this episode ended was let Ethan know that he was safe.
Mm-hmm.
And that he, like, they all said it, like, Ethan's safe. Like, we know that. Like, he was in our top 4. He's not our bottom 2. And so they kind of announced, like, without him knowing, like, Yuchen and VJ were really the bottom 2 that they had to choose between. So who do you feel like, and let us know in the comments, who do you feel like will be the one going home?
I feel like it's going to be Yuchen, just because he's had a couple of rough weeks. And I think VJ's cumulative work is so strong. Although so is Yuchen's, frankly. But
but Yuchen really bombed last week, and he got in his head again this week, and he didn't get out of it. And he did, like, come off the stage crying. Like, he was kicking himself.
Yeah,
I have a feeling it's Yuchen.
Yeah, I do too. And we really don't have an inkling of what next week is. They really didn't squeeze it up.
So they didn't, not really.
Yeah.
They did a little bit, but I don't remember what the theme was.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the theme was. I watched it 2 days ago, so I've slept since then, but yeah, everybody seems to agree that Yuchin is probably the one and gonna go home. So anyways, so that's the recap for this episode 7. We just have a couple episodes left, and that's it.
Yeah. With 3, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess we'll have to, do we know how, like, we don't know yet how they're gonna do the
finale. No, because they don't like have like the teasers of the episodes listed. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see, because it used to be, you know, a 2-part. You had like the everybody going home to work, and Tim would go visit them and like get feedback.
Yeah.
And they had
and
like
you got to see their home studio and where they worked and all of that. And I don't think we're gonna get that.
I don't think we will either. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle it, because really, if it is a 2-episode finale, then in theory, well, let's see, we're going to be down to 5. So next week we'll be down to 4. So how many people are going to be in the finale? Is it going to be like 3?
Probably. So we'll they've done, I don't know, but you know, usually by now they've done challenges that are more than one day, and they usually involve making 2 or 3 cohesive looks.
Yeah.
Like a runway and a ready to wear together that are cohesive to match a challenge theme or whatever. But we haven't had any of that.
No.
Anyways.
All right. Well, we'll find out on Thursday, and we'll be back here on Sunday to talk about it.
And this Tuesday, we'll have another episode for the Sewcial Hour podcast. So you can either watch it here on YouTube, or you can listen to it wherever you get your podcast episodes. And this week's episode is all about dealing with criticism and quilt police. As we sit here and criticize,
right? Sorry. I mean, we criticize knowing that we could never even like hold a torch. It's not criticism. It's just like talking about the episode.
Yeah. Yeah. And the designs. And we're kind of repeating what the judges say.
I think they're harsher than we are.
They are. They're very mean. We're too nice.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
All right, guys. Well, we hope you have a great week, and have some fun, working some time to sew this week. And we appreciate you tuning in on Sunday nights. These are fun. They're quick. And if you have any opinions, please leave them in the comments. We'd love to see them. And we'll see you next week.
See ya. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.